surviving the fires of
When
life.
Moses saw the bush burning, he wasn't fascinated because the bush was burning, because that wasn't unusual. He's in the desert. Bushes start burning and are consumed with fire at any moment. But what ends up happening is this bush wasn't consumed. He was surprised. Now, I see the bush burning, but it's not consumed. King Nebuchadnezzar was watching the children of Israel in the fiery furnace, but they wasn't consumed. Who in your world is watching you on fire, but you're not consumed? Are you with me, family? And they knew that it was he which sat for alms at the beautiful gate of the temple. And they were filled with wonder and amazement at which what had happened unto him. How many breakthroughs have you ever had when God allowed people to witness you? Don't be so frustrated and discouraged that you're going through a storm. You got to go through and get some tests. You don't know who going to brush up elbows against you and get their healing and their deliverance. You don't know who going to be at the grocery store when you spending your last dollar. You don't know who watching you smile. You don't know who trying to figure out how you still have joy. They don't know the personal business, but they sit there and know enough to know that you're not where you want to be. And you got to get to the point that you trust God and love God to say, God, I know I'm going through some things right now, but I'm trusting you to bring me out. And somebody is watching me go through this thing. Somebody watching me go back and forth to the doctor. Somebody watching me go back and forth to the grocery store. Somebody got an attitude and say, why don't they just go on ahead and go grocery shopping? Well, honey, if I had enough money, I would go grocery shopping. But all he does is give me enough money to buy food every day. So I'm in the grocery store every day. And I'm glad to be here every day, because not only you think I'm happy about this food, but I'm thanking God that I got the gas money. I'm thinking God, I'm glad that I can able to ride. I'm thanking God for this umbrella because I know it's raining, but I ain't soaking wet. I thank God for the way of getting me. I thank God that I got an appetite, because I know it's somebody got plenty of money, but they ain't got an appetite. You got to get to the point that you got to ask yourself, what is God using you for? God, why am I still around? God, why don't you call me home? I done left and lost so many loved ones. When you gonna call me home with them? Because I got something else for you to do. Well, why is it that you sit here and let me limp around as somebody that can't even walk at all? I need you to understand that God is trying to use you to be a testimony to how good God is. You need to quit worrying about what other people think and quit worrying about what's going on and what you don't have. And if you don't know how to think about what you do have, I dare you to take your car keys and leave them on the counter and walk for 2 or 3 blocks. Before you get back after huffing and puffing, you'll start thanking God about that car, because you ain't got the wind you used to have. I dare you to walk through downtown and look at how many people that made a home on a park bench, and you appreciate that little shack that you don't even think nothing about. I dare you to sit there and look around and wonder why it is that I'm going through, I got this high light bill when somebody else is sleeping in the dark. We need to get time out for that. All God ever asks you to do is say thank you. All God ever asks you to do is tell you to think about me. You want to sit there and think about God, but you won't thank God. All you have to do is remove the I, and you'll mess around and put an A there instead of amen, and start thinking about God and start thanking God. If you tell God thank you every now and then, he might give you another reason to tell him thank you. If you can thank him for what you already got, he'll give you another reason to say thank you. If you can appreciate that bread, he'll give you something to put on that bread. If you thank him for that sandwich that you got, he'll give you something to wash it down. You got to get to the point that you tell God thank you for the little things that you've given me. If you can't tell God thank you, what in the world are you even doing? That's just an ungrateful attitude, because that's what the devil is doing. The devil don't never tell God thank you. As a matter of fact, he got tired of telling God he appreciated and decided to turn against God. Some of us done turned our heart against God because God didn't do it the way we wanted him to do it. Somebody trying to control God by controlling God's kids. You can't control God's kids. God will move you out the way if you think you're going to control his kids. God's going to have his way regardless. And if you believe that, I dare you to just give God a hand clap of praise and just tell God thank you on the day. I think that